Hey everyone, it's BDevine and welcome to Divine Miracles channel. Thank you so much for being here with me and being patient with me as I have, had for the past few days lost my voice, which was really frustrating for me because I love to talk, obviously. So my voice is still a little bit croaky and a little bit broken, but way better than it was. And I decided that I wanted to do a little bit of a choose number one or choose number two card today. I'm not going to be on video for this particular session, but I will be back really soon here on video for you all and going live, etc. real soon. And I wanted to invite you all to my Power Animal Magical Journey webinar. You're going to learn a lot of stuff and actually connect with some different animals and animal energy that will really help you as you're moving forward with everything on your journey. So I hope to see you there. Of course, all the registration links are below. But right now, choose number one or number two. I'm going to use this new deck called the Tarot of the Cloisters, and I like them because they're round. I know it's strange. So what I'm going to do is shuffle these and spread them out and choose from these. So number one, this is going to be you first. Okay. I wanted you to kind of see how I wanted to choose these cards today. This is the old way of doing it. So focusing on you, number one, what do you need to know? Rolling out my cards. So if you were to see me in person, obviously this is what you're going to see. Okay. And so your left hand is your intuitive hand, closer to your heart. So this is the one that you should focus on when you're choosing cards. And feel for the warm place. Okay. One. And of course you get to a point where you just completely trust whatever card you choose is the right thing anyway. Okay. All right. So number one, let's go. Oops. Now I'm just going to push this up to the little easel. There we go. Hopefully you can see this. I'll put the light on it like that. Okay, number one. Here we go. The first, and these, see how different these are? So your first card is the Fool. And although it seems like a stupid thing to have as your first card, or it feels like you're getting picked on, you're not. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the Fool energy is all about brand new beginnings. This has been coming up for quite a few people in their own energy and in their own readings as well. It's like the Fool is always the beginning of the journey, no matter who you are, male or female. But it's like you're, in this particular instance, looking behind you and sort of like, you know what, I've let all of this go in order to be where I want to be, in order to move forward. And he also says, I have everything I need with me. I'm healing, I'm spiritual, I'm grounded, I'm stepping out into the unknown, and no one can tell me what to do anymore. So this may very well be what you've also been focusing on within yourself, is like, you know, I can move forward. I don't need anybody to tell me what to do. I can do whatever I want to do in my own way. This is a very big turning point for you, number one. This is something that you probably thought that you couldn't do, but it's very major. Obviously, this is the major arcana that's come up here. And you can do anything. You're starting to realize this also by letting go of the past. You gain further insight into your future because you no longer have obstacles in your way. In this particular instance, he holds a rose there. You may just be able to see it. And that also indicates his connection with mediumship, loved ones, ancestors, etc., that are watching over you and your life. This is a very, very good card to have right at the beginning of the reading, because something is brand new for you. Okay, so what else did you get? Oh, the Lovers, another major card for number 1. So the decisions that you've made, bring you into the energy of the Lovers, which is very, very fortunate indeed. It also indicates, for some of you, there are more decisions. Now that you've made one, you've got to make some more. But it also brings this loving energy of support and protection. For some of you, this also means a new beginning with relationships, a new relationship, or more in-depth energy in your relationship, in your current relationship. Or for number 1, that you found out something that caused you to move away from the past, and it brings you just into a brand new focus. That's the word. It brings you into a brand new focus, and brings more love and light into your life and into your heart, mind, body, soul. And you are supported by the angels watching over you, of course. Very fortunate and very good good protective card is this one also. And very, very healing, of course, as you move and embark into a new journey, usually with a partnership of some kind. So be open to those things. The third card, it's not upside down, it's just how it was. Okay, so the third card is the Knight of Pentacles. You see how different I love these cards, because they're just really different, like put together in pieces. So the Knight of Pentacles is arriving on the scene. He takes a long time to arrive. So something, I'm also sort of getting the message that something that you put in place financially a while ago may be the very thing that you need to rely on right now. Something is going to be sorted out with regards to your finances. And there's a sense of responsibility around you right now, number 1. This sense of responsibility where you've had your guard up for a long time, and you're going to be able to finally relax. You have to be really honest about how you feel in regards to yourself and your ability to manifest. You need to have a look at yourself and why you've been feeling the way that you've been feeling with regards to money. Is it because you've always been chasing it so you can pay things? Is it because you feel jealous of other people who you seem are successful, or it seems to come easily to them? Do you overspend? Do you minimize everything? Do you buy yourself anything? Or are you always giving to others and then feeling resentful when you don't seem to give yourself, get for yourself? So you need to open up more to giving and receiving, and looking at your relationship with money and how you feel about it, and what you're going to do with your money, and how you're going to be spending things. And can you open up your heart to receive more? Can you see yourself as worthy of more? Because you are. And finally, the 5 of Vessels has come up in your energy. And so what this means is, as you can see, we can just see the back of someone here. I feel like you are this person here. You have turned your back on a couple of things. There they are. It's caused you pain. It's caused you upset. But you needed to do it, because if you didn't do it, you were going to stay held back from where you want to be, which is here in the beauty, with new things and new home and new life and new everything. these things were holding you back, but it has brought you grief. Or the other message that I kind of received for some of you is that you actually have been going through a period of withdrawal and grief and sadness and upset and miscommunication and, you know, dealing with a lot of issues all at once, and you kind of like gave up in a sense on who you are and where you were heading, and it was starting to become a panic that kept on repeating and didn't seem to be able to get away from it. But it's like you've taken a turn, and with all of your cards that are indicating here, you've taken a turn for the better. You've taken a turn and decided to say goodbye to some things that were no longer serving your purpose and where you want to be, and holding you back. And you're wanting this beautiful healing, beautiful lush energy, of course. And it's sad because we do have to look at ourselves sometimes and see what mistakes we're making mentally and emotionally, etc. What things are we repeating? And look at these things and just without judgment, just acknowledge that you're a human being, you know. Well, you're a spiritual being in a human body, but right now you're in a place of deep experience. So you've got to be patient with yourself and understanding of yourself and the journey that you've already endured. Knowing that if you let go of things that no longer have any serving for you, or they no longer have any happiness in your life for you, no longer bring you joy. Once you do this, as hard as it is, you're one step closer to exactly what you want. In fact, you're probably 10 steps closer. So allow yourself to feel, acknowledge your feelings, but don't allow yourself to stay in this stagnant energy. You've got too much to do and too much excitement to have. Wow, number one, it's all happening. Okay, so I'm going to do number two. So thank you very much for listening. Okay, number two. All right, number two, I'm working with the Tarot of the Cloisters, which are very different round cards. And I'm going to spread them out. We're going to just do 4 cards. And I do different readings and longer readings, etc. on my Patreon page, because YouTube is completely changing. So I'm really hoping that you guys will follow me over there, or my spiritual community. All the links are below. The spiritual community is kind of like Facebook, and you've got your own profile. You can also create blogs and forums, groups, etc. Meet new people, have a voice, let it be heard, obviously with love. All right, we don't have any hate energy in that group at all. Okay. Oops. For number 2, let's go. I'm going to do this the old-fashioned way. There are no reversals with these cards, okay? If they come out reversed, it's not meant. All right, so you choose with your left hand, feel for the warmth. Left hand's closer to the heart. That's just how I have always done it. Okay. Keep your own traditions though, because once you put energy into something, it always works. Oh. Okay, everybody, I'm going to put this on the stand. Just a moment. Here we go. Okay, let's have a look at your cards. Starting with the first one. Number 2. Ace of Staves. All right, let's go. So the Ace of Wands as well. It's another name for it, staves. Okay, So number 2, you move into growth. As you can see on the wand here, the different growth, the different leaves coming out, the energy of freedom, the energy of creative goodness, something new that you're beginning. And it's interesting because number 1 had the Fool as their first card, which is also a beginning. But this is something that you've worked on for, you've worked towards. It's like something that you've been waiting for. It's like finally everything has fallen in the right place for this to occur in your life, occurring beautifully as well. There's going to be messages and communication and emails and letters and all that kind of activity coming up here as well with this card. But the goal is to be in a place that you really love. A goal is to be in a new house, maybe for some of you, or a career that brings you into a new house, a new environment. Or maybe you've been thinking about where you used to be. Whatever it is for you, it's like you've reached this point immediately, like now, as of now. So you need to embrace the messages, information, and intuition that you start to experience, and follow it wholeheartedly to get the desired result. Something new has begun, work-wise, in your life, whatever it is, intuitively, with your abilities, creative abilities, etc. You need to go with it. Okay, so the second card is the Queen of Pentacles. So we are happy to see her turn up. The Queen of Pentacles always offers trust and understanding. This could be someone who is an earth sign, so Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. And it also is Virgo season right now. So you can be moving into the energies of the Queen of Pentacles, which is abundance and fruitfulness, and joy and happiness and grounded stability. There's an energy of very, very good business when the Queen of Pentacles comes up. And also someone that you can talk to with regards to your own business or setting something up. But it also shows that you're very, very capable of being your own boss and moving into that direction. You must not get tied up with too many details. The details can always sort of throw you off. Try not to think about how, when, where, who, why, when's it going to happen, and will it be successful, and blah, blah, blah. You're just procrastinating, and you're also doubting. You start to get yourself in a panic when you ask too many questions. So instead, say to yourself, I have the power within me to do anything I want. I don't need anybody to lead the way. I already know what I want to do. I'm just going to settle myself into it being successful in whatever way that is for me. Otherwise, you're constantly fearful of whatever choice that you make. You can't live like that and actually have a freedom energy within you. You can't live like that and be healthy. So believe me, I know what that's like. I always used to do this. So trusting that something is coming forward to help you, a new idea, inspiration. You've already got the Ace of Staves proving that it's already happening. So just be open to these opportunities and people who want to help you. The cards aren't supposed to be upside down. So we sort of already set that intention. Okay, so the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Vessels. Okay, this is, even though he doesn't look very happy, this is one of the happiest cards in the actual deck, because this is giving you wishes. So the 9 wishes you should always make on a new moon as well. Maybe you've already done that. And maybe this is asking you to reflect on the things that you put into motion, the things that you asked for maybe some time ago. There were some things that you wanted to really have, and focus your intention on. So the 9 of Vessels or the 9 of Cups is an emotional time of wishes fulfilled, things coming forward. We don't always get everything that we want, because sometimes there are things, and this is how I really like to see it, when we don't get what we want, it's because there's something even better, and we may have limited ourselves, So we need to be open to, this door ends, well, doesn't matter. There's another door that's just about to open. Change the language that you use into very positive, high vibration, easygoing language, even if you don't see the evidence of that happening. It's very powerful when you have faith. Having faith and tenacity is like never giving up on anything. A lot of people give up on their journey because they don't see the results that they wanted straight away. It's a journey for a reason. It's a journey you're experiencing. You've got to learn what works and what doesn't. And then you can really begin to master your own awareness and master your own spiritual journey. But here it's saying, look, be watching. Be watching, because there are things coming forward for you. There are things coming to light that wasn't there before, didn't have the right energy before. And you're going to be very happy with the results. So stay in that high vibration. If anyone is causing you a low vibration, get rid of them. It's not worth it. Boundaries need to be in place right now more than ever. So it's time to let go of the hanger-oners and the people that are always full of drama and the people that won't listen when you're trying to help them. It's not worth it. People have to work it out on their own. And also sometimes it takes your energy moving away from it for them to actually figure it out. So the more that you're there trying to help them, the more they just, they've got an answer for everything of why it's not working. When you pull your energy away, they are forced to focus on themselves and learn from what you were trying to say, for example. But you're going to have reason to be very, very happy coming up in the very near future. And finally, look, okay, so let's just say within the month, look, the Ace of Swords. Now, the Ace of Swords is a new way of thinking. The sword is right down through the crown, okay? The crown, obviously, is the energy of your crown chakra and above, right? So the way of thinking has changed, which has expanded this energy and brought you into a brand new way of life because of the way of thinking that you have. The energy of the roses are the angels and also mediumship, as well as ancestors being with you. Ancestors who have gone before and laid a lot of groundwork for you. But also you've done a lot of clearing of your ancestral lineage. Depending on where your ancestral lineage goes back to, maybe you can start looking at this kind of stuff. Like wherever it was, there were different things happening, of course, at the time. Different fears that are now being reflected through that lineage to you, also that you've had to deal with and let go of. Imagine how many of our ancestors have been through viruses and plagues and fear and panic and war and hysteria and loss and murders and, burnings and all kinds of things. How do we know that some of that energy from our lineage, from our past family, how do we know that some of that isn't being pushed on us now? And that's why our reactions have been different. That's why our actions have been severe or over the top, or anxiety has gone through the roof. Maybe it's not just your stuff. Maybe it's a whole past of ancestors that you're helping to heal. So, if you look at things in a different way, in a brighter perspective, you can move into such a different vibration by acknowledging yourself and using the ascension attributes of gratitude and surrender, peace, love, light, focus. Use those ascension qualities so that you can lift up and away from what has been holding you stuck down, and free not only yourself but your current family and your ancestors from whatever bondage they were in at one time or another, whatever conflictions they had, struggles that they had, whatever it was. You're changing things. This is very, very powerful indeed. So look to these different signs. Have a past life regression session. You may have actually been one of your ancestors. It's most likely you are, because family usually is born into family in one way or another. So most likely you're, great granddad or something, was you as a soul. Who knows? But I definitely feel that in my energy, like moving through the family lineage in different roles, in different lifetimes, and experiencing lots of different things, obviously. So focus on your pathway as being enriched, enlightened, and abundant as you move forward. Fantastic. So I hope you like the Cloister Tarot. They're a little bit different. And for me, they bring me a lot of energy. And I hope to see you on my Patreon page. All the links are below. Because we don't know what's happening with YouTube or what they're going to do. Everything's so nutty right now. So I'm just having a backup ready to go. Until the next time, wishing you every happiness and support, okay, and love. Many, many blessings on your healing journey, on your spiritual journey. Hope to see you at my Power Animal webinar on Saturday. And until the next time, lots of love, many, many blessings, and goodbye for now. Bye.